Have you ever heard of a Bluey episode so wild that Disney refused to show it in America, even though kids in Australia and the UK have been watching it for years? It's called Dad Baby, and it shows Bandit acting out childbirth in a way that had parents cracking up and squirming at the same time. But that's only the start. Hidden inside Bluey's seemingly wholesome lineup are 7 lost, banned, or censored episodes that reveal just how far networks will go to control what kids actually get to see. And here's the crazy part. It's not just about cutting out a joke here or trimming a scene there. These episodes uncover a messy mix of corporate drama, culture clashes, and behind-the-scene fights that totally change how you look at this show. So, what are these forbidden episodes hiding, and why are networks working so hard to keep them away from kids? The completely banned episode. Dad Baby represents the most extreme case of Bluey censorship in American television history. This 7-minute season 2 episode aired normally in Australia and the UK, but was completely banned from Disney Plus in America, with no official explanation ever provided. The episode follows Bandit wearing bingo in a baby carrier, pretending to be pregnant while experiencing realistic pregnancy symptoms: back pain, constant hunger, inability to bend over, and cravings for dim sims. The climax features Bandit undergoing a mock water birth in their backyard kiddie pool, complete with Lucky's dad acting as an overwhelmed midwife who suggests they might need to go through the sunroof, a clear reference to C-section delivery. Creator Joe Brum defended the episode's authenticity, explaining that writers occasionally question appropriateness for preschoolers, but decided not to rewrite Dad Baby because it was too funny. Parents who've seen it describe the childbirth simulation as unbelievably relatable and hilarious. Yet Disney's Standards and Practices Department deemed it unsuitable for American children. The ban becomes more puzzling when considering Disney's ownership of content featuring far more explicit material. The same company that distributes films with violence, death, and complex adult themes drew the line at a comedic portrayal of pregnancy and childbirth, topics that are fundamental human experiences. The racist language controversy episode. Teasing became ground zero for Bluey's most serious censorship crisis when a viewer complained about Bandit and Bluey using the term ooga booga, language with racist connotations and a problematic history regarding Indigenous Australians. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation immediately removed the episode from all platforms, issuing a public apology for what they called unintentional use of offensive language. They committed to reducing discrimination and prejudice, acknowledging that their content review process had failed to catch culturally insensitive material. The controversy extended beyond the single episode, forcing ABC to also remove Daddy Robot from Season 1, which contained the same problematic phrase. When Disney Plus later acquired the series, they replaced Ooga Booga with Shooby Doo Wop in teasing, creating a sanitized version that eliminated the offensive language while preserving the episode's core story. This incident revealed how even well-intentioned creators can inadvertently perpetuate harmful stereotypes, and how quickly networks will act when faced with legitimate cultural sensitivity concerns. Unlike other Bluey censorship cases based on corporate preferences, this represented a genuine need to address discriminatory content. The body image disaster episode. Exercise created the most significant backlash in Bluey's history when it opened with Bandit weighing himself, showing visible disappointment and grabbing his sides in frustration. Chili then mirrors this behavior, creating a scene that directly contradicts Bluey's typically positive messaging about self-acceptance. Parents erupted in fury over the negative body image messaging being presented to preschoolers. The episode's opening minute showed beloved characters engaging in fat-shaming behavior. Bandit's dissatisfaction with his weight and physical appearance sent a message completely opposite to the show's usual emphasis on health, happiness, and family acceptance. The backlash was swift and decisive, unlike other censorship controversies where parents defended the original content. Exercise faced universal condemnation from the Bluey community. The opening sequence was permanently removed from all global distributions, with networks acknowledging they had missed the mark on promoting healthy body image. This represents the only Bluey censorship decision that received unanimous support, demonstrating how the show's typically excellent handling of sensitive topics made this particular misstep even more jarring for audiences who trusted the series to deliver positive messaging. The Dangerous Play Dilemma episode. Fruit Bat fell victim to safety concerns when international broadcasters edited out Bluey's bathroom penguin game, where she slides across wet tiles while pretending to be a penguin. The original Australian broadcast included the full sequence, but the US and UK versions removed it entirely. The censorship decision stemmed from fears that children would recreate the slippery bathroom game, potentially causing injuries from falls on wet surfaces. Network standards and practices departments deemed the sequence too risky, despite it being presented as imaginative play rather than instruction. This editing choice reflects broader tensions in children's programming between authentic childhood experiences and liability concerns. The penguin sliding game represents exactly the type of spontaneous, slightly risky play that children naturally engage in. Yet broadcasters prioritize safety messaging over realistic family dynamics. The episode's censorship raises questions about how far networks should go in sanitizing childhood experiences. While preventing injuries is important, removing authentic play scenarios may contribute to the broader cultural trend of overprotecting children from normal developmental risks. The ADHD language controversy episode. Army faced censorship for a single line that inadvertently stigmatized neurodivergent children. The episode focuses on Jack, a character who displays clear ADHD traits, struggling to understand why his brain works differently from his peers. Originally, Jack tells another character, "There's something wrong with me," expressing the frustration many neurodivergent children feel when trying to fit into neurotypical expectations. However, disability advocates complained that this language reinforced negative self-perception among children with ADHD and other learning differences. The line was subsequently changed to "There's something going on with me," shifting from deficit-based language to neutral recognition of difference. This edit represents thoughtful censorship that improves representation rather than corporate image protection. The change demonstrates how Bluey's commitment to authentic childhood experiences sometimes conflicts with responsible messaging about disabilities and differences. The original line captured real feelings neurodivergent children experience, but the edited version promotes healthier self-understanding. The toilet humor war episodes. Multiple episodes fell victim to Disney's bizarre crusade against bathroom humor, creating inconsistencies that reveal corporate hypocrisy about children's natural interests. Markets originally showed Buttermilk the pony defecating on grass, causing Bluey and Bingo to scream and run away, a completely natural reaction children have to unexpected animal behavior. Disney Plus removed the visual of feces while keeping the characters' reactions, creating a confusing sequence where children react to something invisible. Trains underwent similar editing when Bluey hands Bandit imaginary poop and tells him to rub it on his face. The US version changed this to an invisible slug, sanitizing scatological humor that children find naturally hilarious. Family Meeting was initially banned entirely due to its focus on Bandit's flatulence, despite being described as one of Bluey's funniest episodes. The ban was eventually reversed after viewers pointed out Disney's hypocrisy. The same company that created Pumbaa, a character famous for passing gas throughout The Lion King, was censoring similar content in Bluey. These edits reveal how arbitrary and inconsistent corporate standards can be, removing authentic childhood humor while maintaining similar content in other properties based on historical precedent rather than consistent principles. The Lost Pilot's Mystery. The most intriguing Bluey Lost content involves 2 pilot episodes that were never meant for public release, but were leaked to devoted fans in 2023. The 2016 pilot features Bluey completing a dangerous 360-degree swing rotation while Bandit plays a mobile game parody of Fruit Ninja. Executives rejected this version as too edgy for preschoolers, comparing it to adult animation like Family Guy rather than children's programming like Peppa Pig. Joe Brum admitted the pilot contained dangerous stuff that networks couldn't broadcast, acknowledging that the swing sequence violated safety standards for children's television. The pilot also used licensed music from Custard, Dave McCormick's band, that prevented official release. The 2017 pilot served as the foundation for The Weeknd, but featured significant differences, including separate bedrooms for Bluey and Bingo, different house layouts, and Bandit lacking his characteristic facial markings. This version also used unauthorized music that prevented official distribution. Both pilots were discovered and shared by anonymous sources within the animation industry, suggesting that studio insiders recognized the historical value of these lost episodes, despite their controversial content. The corporate politics behind censorship. The pattern of Bluey censorship reveals deeper corporate politics affecting children's television. ABC Australia, which broadcasts Bluey domestically, doesn't profit from the show's massive merchandising success because it failed to secure those rights when the series was in development. BBC Studios in the UK funded Bluey's production and retained merchandise rights, earning billions, while ABC Australia receives nothing from the show's commercial success. This financial arrangement explains ABC's recent removal of the Hammer Band episode during Bunning's promotional campaign. They don't want to promote merchandise sales they don't profit from. The situation demonstrates how corporate ownership structures affect content availability. Australian children can't watch an episode about an Australian hardware store because their national broadcaster is bitter about losing merchandising rights to a UK company. Disney's censorship patterns reveal different motivations, protecting their family-friendly brand image by removing any content that might generate parental complaints. Their standards prioritize avoiding controversy over preserving authentic family experiences, leading to inconsistent editing decisions that often make little logical sense. What shocked you most about these hidden censorship decisions? Do you think networks go too far in sanitizing children's content, or are these protective measures necessary? Share your thoughts about which revelations surprised you most, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden politics behind your favorite family entertainment.